Hi, and welcome to another episode of the Strategic Business Owner. Today I'll be speaking with Chad Meaux, the founder and CEO of Fire and Safety Specialists out of Lafayette, Louisiana. Hi, Chad. Welcome to the Strategic Business Owner podcast. Thanks for being here.
Pleasure to be with you.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Hey, listen, before we really get into it, I just want to say congratulations. I saw that you were selected as one of the top 15 CEOs to serve on the Louisiana Economic Development Council CEO Roundtable for the greater Acadiana area. It's quite an honor.
Yes, it is, Kerry. They went through a process of several businesses around Lafayette, and they picked those. And I'm real honored to be one of them.
Yeah, one of 15 for the area for a year. That's great. I think it shows a lot of the leadership you have at Fire and Safety Specialist. Anyway, so let's get into it. I know your business is Fire and Safety Specialist. I was just wondering if you could help explain a little bit the importance of having a fire and safety program in a lot of your industrial companies that may be listening in.
Sure. Fire and Safety Specialists, our slogan says it all: with professional protecting assets and lives. We can set up a fire protection for your area, and if you have any high dollar assets you want to protect or lives you want to save, we go in there and help out.
Great. What about you probably experienced some companies that have a great fire and safety program and some that don't, or they're resistant to it. What's the difference in the corporate culture that some people are willing to invest and have the time and I guess go through the whole process, make sure that everybody understands the fire and safety program, versus those who tend to shun it?
Yeah, we see a variety of every type of company at FSS, and some of them, it starts from the top actually. How much they want to invest and how they are about safety and life safety basically. But we see a variety of companies. They spend a lot of money, some of them, but the ones that on tight budgets can't afford a lot of protection like we do. But it's a mix. It really is a mix.
Right. Do you notice a difference in the management, the morale of the people in the companies that are more committed to the fire and safety programs?
Yes, Kerry. It basically boils down to the budget. Some of them budget a lot of money for safety, and some of them don't. So we see both of those and try to help them out as much as we can, depending on their budgets.
Right. My experience with companies that do adopt a good safety program, a good fire and safety program, is it pays off in benefits in terms of especially insurance costs, especially the EMOD for workman's comp, the liability insurance, and the general business insurance premium is much less if they have a lower loss track record, and they also suffer less downtime. What's your experience with it?
Well, downtime is the key. Some of these, especially on the electronic side, like telecommunications, especially, and other different industries too. They can't afford downtime. Downtime's expensive to them, and then the customers, don't like downtime either for some of these businesses. So we can set up a system that'll detect the fire in the incipient stage of the fire and quickly put it out with no damage to any equipment. We have safety technicians that work on high profile jobs, and they're with the workers hand in hand, making sure everyone works safely to prevent an accident rather than just to heal one up after they have one.
Right.
We prevent them.
Yeah. The old ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure adage.
It's true. It's true, yeah. Because they'll catch up in the long. Every time I hear of a fatality or an incident, I think about that, about how dedicated they are to our safety program.
Right. Well, you've been the entrepreneur. You went and started your own company years ago. Can you tell us something about what your most satisfying moments during the years have been, as well as maybe what were some of the most bitter moments of being an entrepreneur and a business owner?
Well, until recently, we, depending on the Gulf of Mexico for our revenue, and that caught up to us. So we had to diversify.
Right.
But oil field just has, too many ups and downs. You can't predict it. So it's good when it's good, it's bad when it's bad. But our commercial and industrial division is really doing well. And we taking care of that, and it's helping out with our revenue a lot. But, we cover from offshore to any industrial facility around the Gulf Coast.
Do you have any, what were some of your most satisfying moments over the years with FSS?
Well, the relationships that we've built for sure over the last nearly 20 years has been very beneficial. We love our relationships and partnerships with our customers. Some of the highlights have been whenever we find out from a customer that, our safety tech saved a life. That's very satisfying to hear. And also, they had an offshore incident with a huge fire, and our system put it out. So those are really satisfying. Makes you realize what you're out there doing. And the low times, the low time, the pandemic hurt, which it hurt a lot of people. But and just the up and down of the oil field has been the part that's kind of hard to manage.
Right. And you and I have worked together some in the past. One of the things I noticed that you have some really committed employees. I would think you've in addition to relationships with customers, a lot of relationships with your employees has been fairly rewarding. Or am I wrong?
No, our employees are the most important asset that we have. It's them that have the customers that are satisfied. Making them satisfied is our key. You're only good as your employees, products that you sell. So yeah, our employees are very dedicated. They know what they're doing. They're good at it, and they're loyal to FSS, no doubt.
Yeah, they seem very committed to you personally, as well as to the overall organization of FSS. That was my experience with working with them.
No, just very loyal, extremely loyal, and to our missions, our goal, and our company.
So listen, I just want to wrap it up here with my end of it. And what I usually do right now is go through just a few phrases, and you tell me if you think it's overrated or underrated. Okay? All right. There's an obvious one. Safety programs.
Underrated.
Yeah. What about financial dashboards for managing the company?
I didn't realize the importance of dashboards until you helped me. And we set up dashboards, but they're extremely important in a business.
Okay, good. What about written procedures inside the operations of the company?
That always seems to be underrated because without procedures, it's tough to operate. You have people just wandering around what they want to do.
Yeah.
But definitely procedures that everybody reads and follows is a key for sure.
Right. It tends to breed chaos without it, my experience.
Oh, no. Yes, sir. No doubt.
Yeah. Couple more. Monthly financial statements.
Yes. Underrated because they're so important. A lot of people don't look at financials, or business don't look at financials on a month to month, but you're only as good as what you're doing with financials. They're such a key to any business, but they sometimes underrated in my opinion.
Right. Okay. And let's see. The last one is disaster recovery programs.
Okay. Yes. We have, I wouldn't say it's overrated or underrated. We just have some spectacular people out there that risk their lives to do, what their job is, and they're amazing people. But yeah, there's companies everywhere to handle a type of, disaster that would be, prone to their area, and they're ready to go at a moment's notice.
Right. Yeah, especially down here in South Louisiana, we have everything: floods, hurricanes, tornadoes. I mean, in industry, you can have fire, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, okay. So one last question I like to ask everybody: would you rather be smart or lucky?
Smart for sure.
Okay.
I've been much luck on my side, but truly blessed is a good word. But no, I would pick smart.
Okay, cool. So listen, before we close out, why don't you tell everybody what it is you do to help other businesses and how can people get in touch with you?
Like our slogan says, professionally protecting assets and lives. That's what we do. If you have a high dollar piece of equipment, we can use like an MRI for an example. You know, it's a very highly sophisticated piece of equipment. Well, you don't want to put water on there. No. So what we do is we have chemical, and clean agent systems that we put for those types of sensitive equipment. And, it has to be designed, and, the asset has to be reviewed, and a game plan has to come along, what type of system we need for this particular hazard. But, any kind of hazard from gas also, fire detection, gas detection, and fire suppression, it's real beneficial for a customer to have. Plus, their insurance ratings will go down for sure. And, hopefully their safety record will be better too,
Right. Excellent. So how do people get in touch with you, Chad? And I'll see if I can get your company website on the bottom of the screen here by the time we get it out.
Best way for phone is 337-993-9377. And we have our website is www.teamfss.com. And my personal email address is cmeaux@teamfss.com.
All right, sir. Well, listen, thanks for being on the show. I appreciate your time and your input, your wisdom that for everybody who's watching. And I appreciate it, man. We need to get together again soon.
Sounds good. Thanks for inviting me on this show. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Chad.